in the mail the other day, and yesterday, Dan the professor over at Viper Scale Racing gave the skinny on these here EndBell tweakers. And you do get some directions with the EndBell tweaker. JProducts. But Dan over at Viper Scale Racing said that he has done a mod to the tool. I highly suggest that you go to Viper Scale Racing and watch his video, and do not take my word for what I'm going to try. I think this is how Dan set his tool up. He didn't give no super close-up views of the tool. You could see the tool, but he didn't like point it out and say, okay, remove this pin, remove this pin. He didn't do any of that. I do know the bottom of the tool, he had sitting just like this on the desk. The maximum was facing this way, the moderate this way. And there's the hand part of the tool that you spin. He modified the tool, the professor did, by removing one pin from each piece. And I zoomed in, trying to get a focal view. And, well, I believe he removed this pin right here, I hope. And this pin. Right here. I don't want to lose it. Again, go to Viper Scale Racing. I think that's what he did to the tool. I think. Let me make room. Then what he said, Dan said over Viper Racing, that you will not use the moderate side no longer for tweaking. Everything will be done on the maximum side, and the only tweaking you can do to the EndBell is maximum. And by making these modifications to the tool, you are going to get a perfect tweak pretty much every time. He started off by taking the part in your hand and marking the tool. I have the arrow pointing that way, so I'm going to mark the tool right here with a blue mark. Reference point. And then I am going to put a mark here for my own good, knowing I will only be tweaking from this side of the tool. And, oh, I hate to do this. I have to take a new EndBell. Hopefully I removed the correct pins. Uh-oh. All right. Doggone it, stuff's flying everywhere. A brand new Viper Gen 4 EndBell. I'm copying what Dan did in the video. The EndBell has writing on the top right here. Well, we'll call this the top on one side. Top, bottom, top, bottom. We'll say the top has the writing. He installed the reason for the mark, so your first tweak, you'll know to put the writing on the EndBell facing the line. That way, after you tweak it, you're going to have to rotate, spin this EndBell completely around to where the side that has no writing will be where the line is on the second tweak, because you're only going to use half of the tool. I'm going to give it a shot. All I can do is hope for the best. All right, let's make sure. Okay. The line. The writing going up towards the line on the EndBell. We're going to insert it into the tool, like so. And we'll bump it twice. I guess something happened. Bump it again. Let's see. All right, let's spin it now. So now, instead of installing it where the words on the EndBell are facing the line, we're going to reverse it. And put it in the tool again and bump it. Yeah. And this is a great starting point for tweaking. It worked. You can see the brushes are offset slightly. Yeah. And then from there, you can always go for your modification you want to. If you can't leave well enough alone like myself, now that I have it tweaked to this point here, now I can decide to go in and bend the arms further if I decide to. I hope this makes sense, friends. Again, go to Viper Scale Racing, watch Dan the Professor, his video. Do not take my word for any of this. We'll all blame it on Dan over at Viper Scale Racing. And that's it for this video, friends. Until next time.